Hello everybody, it's Lisa Brown, Brown Eyed Girls Crafting. I'm taking 6 of the small Jenga blocks that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I'm giving them all a base coat of white chalk paint. We're going to decoupage a napkin over each one of these and turn these into little 3D looking pumpkins. I'm going to just lay these down real quick, and then I'm going to cut my paper out, and my hands are so sticky from all the glue, it made it really hard to get all this on. But once we got all these on, I'm going to wrap the napkin around the sides and on the ends, but not on the bottom. I'm going to put a piece of fabric on the back of these to finish them off. So I'm just putting on some of the Magic Maker's decoupage glue on this one. I was trying it out to see how it would work, but it was really too sticky to use. And on the next one, I'm going to switch to some Mod Podge. Went ahead and put a little snip at the ends and folded that end over. And then we'll take it and we'll sand off the extra napkin around all these little bitty pieces of blocks. Once I have all this done, it's going to make a cute little 3D pumpkin. You can make these by doing 2 of these same things and putting them together, and you can stand it up. But I wanted to have it just where it was flat. That way you could use it in a small tiered tray or just up in a windowsill. And I went ahead and put napkins on these because I wanted to make them look just a little bit different. It almost looks like a little pumpkin sitting there, the little colors that's on there, the oranges and the teals. I'm using just some hot glue and just putting the very tip side of those on. And that makes a faux little pumpkin right there. Pumpkins can be in any shape. It didn't have to be in any one certain shape. Now I'm going to do this with some Mod Podge. It made it a little bit easier. It wasn't quite so sticky. And I'm just picking out some places on this napkin. So we had all 3 of those done, and I didn't bore you with me having to do those again. And for some reason, my camera kept bouncing. I'm not for sure why. I was trying to decide which side to put that one on. I think these turned out really, really cute. I decided to take a big block, and you're not going to believe what I did. I was going to do that Mod Podge in the ink trick, but I did get the ink down, and then I grabbed the wrong brush. I grabbed the white paintbrush. And so I just went ahead and put the white all over with my finger and just kind of muted it a little bit. And then I brought back that stamp pad after I had this dry and just put some more color back up on it. And it worked out. Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it does look okay. Now I'm going to take a thick piece of jute and I'm going to put some glue right down the center of that. And I left just a little bit at the end for my tail. And then I've got a piece of fabric that we're going to glue on the back of it just to hold it off and make sure that you can't see that jute back behind it, and just clean it up a little bit. I'm just going to put the fabric on with some hot glue. And then we're going to trim off any edges that might be overhanging. And this one was just literally threads. I cut it pretty close. Then I set it up there on my little stand, and we're going to do the same thing to this one. This one had a little bit more than I needed to cut off. I decided to go ahead and write the word fall on just a piece of sketchbook paper. And I'm going to crumple it up, and we're going to make this look old and crumply. And I'm going to use my same ink pad with a paintbrush and just make it look a little grungy, a little dirty. And I put a little hole in it, and I ran a string through it, and I just trimmed up the edges there and cut the end off. I needed to make it just a little bit shorter, so I double knotted it. I have 2 knots in it because I think I can stick it right in between both of those pumpkins, and that knot on the back will hold it where it won't fall over. I put just a little dab of glue on the front just to hold my tag where I wanted it. I hope you guys all like this little fall project. It'd be cute in a tiered tray. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow and give an update on Jenna.